It's all just in my head, isn't it? Or maybe I got all of them? In which case, I am missing one somewhere. Oh my goodness. I am. Okay, but for now, I'll see you back at the 3rd floor. Give me a minute. Okay, we are back here now. Let's use the final key, I believe. Kind of. It is you, no? You interfere with the afterlife's work? You filthy swine! You're blind to see the life I give my creations. Then very well, I will show you the mastery of my art. Nothing Luigi haven't seen before. Show some originality, man. Wonderful. Okay, these guys. Shit! Missed one! Come on. There we go. Really? Did he have 0 HP or just 1? 17 this one. Okay, well. I don't feel like getting violated tonight. Alright. Let's keep up the pace. Okay, maybe we can do this. Banana peels over there. Great. I really need to have that talk with Donkey Kong and his eating habits. Like he can strip an entire jungle of bananas in seconds. Nothing to it. My creations! But even if I disappear, my work will live on. I don't care if my voice acting is inconsistent. Sue me. That is right, n'est-ce pas? Art is eternal, huh? You say that only one of my creations is left, but these cannot be. Zut alors! Now does you grasp the power of my creations? Okay, he should not be all that difficult actually. I should gold him. I should, really. Yes. And that painting right there? Weird. The final boss key. Or the only one, basically. I mean, it is the only special key which leads to a boss. Spoiler alert. Not particularly interesting. I have to stay true to Daisy. I really have no use for this. Wow, what did you just say? Anyway. Let's just go ahead and fetch the boo in this here art gallery. Art studio, I mean. The studio is a place for creation, not admiring or displaying. As a gallery is. Huh? Not... No? Oh, like so, okay. Boutiques a cheek! Kind of sound like a camera there. Okay. And we're still missing one somewhere. So now it's time for the hunt! Wow, that took way longer than it should have. It is basically in the last of the rooms I check. Like, I basically searched every single one, except for this one, until last. And to make up for it, we get him in one shot, and he drops a gold diamond. Do not save here. Pick this up first. Okay, story time. When I was a kid, I did a playthrough aiming to get every single piece of money. Like not leave behind even a single gold coin. I mean, at the time I clearly failed it because I didn't know you could switch on the lights in the courtyard to get a green treasure chest out of it. But anyway, at the time I thought I was getting everything, so that's the point. So when I caught the final boo inside the artist studio, I somehow caught the boo while it was inside a wall, like this. And the moment I sucked it up, the golden diamond appeared, but it was inside the wall and it dropped down through the floor and disappeared. And I saved before I realized as much that the gold diamond was lost. Yeah, I was real frustrated at the time, but that's what happens. And now that I know I would have just failed anyway, it's not really a big deal. But you know, that's really how it goes sometimes. Now, let's go to that door over there. I'll see you there. So, I completely forgot about something. In this game, I believe in the European PAL version, you need at least 45 boos before you can get through that door in the first place. If you have less than 45, in the American version I believe you only need 40. But if you have less than what you need, King Boo will appear here. And I forgot to show that off in this Let's Play, so perhaps I'll just find a clip to borrow. Yeah, maybe I'll do just that. To show what happens.
Not now.
Do you get sucked off into space?
You get blasted off into space. Shit. We're 2 away from the mandatory.
King Boo.
White gloves. A
Yes.
cute little mustache.
Oh, your
Soft shoes.
But they're not that soft.
Oh, you know, fuck you.
Fuck you, okay? I'm already player 2.
You are a dick.
I'm a Luigi.
He's not giving up Mario just yet. Gather your strength will blow him away. So if you don't have the mandatory 40 boos, King Boo will blow you past the hallway and take you back to the foyer.
But with enough Boo and the right key, this barricade of thorns will disappear. Look at the design of that doorknob. We have found him. And this is the mouth we looked into this room from, remember? When we dropped down into the well? But before we approach the big baddie, you should know that there's a window over here. And you can actually examine this window through this hole, if you are on the other side. But we want to shake up this chandelier first, to get a sapphire. And if we check out these, I think... we get... whoa! We get a bouncy gold bar and some more money. Because why not? What in the world is this? Hey, it's me, you dipshit! Fabulous. Are you ready, kids? I could just stare at my Mario painting for hours. It's true what they say about fine art. It takes utterly refined sensibilities to truly appreciate it. The way you plead for help, Mario. I find it so satisfying. Perhaps that is merely because I remember how much trouble you caused me in the past. Seriously though, who would actually believe that mansions get given away in contests? Talk about stupid. What do they feed you Mario Brothers anyway? Gullible soup? Your brother came all this way just to get turned into a painting. It's just terrific. However, this Mario painting looks lonely. I must have a Luigi painting as well. Then my gallery will truly be complete. Blah! I am not afraid of you, fool. I fear only that infernal Poltergeist 3000 you carry on your back, stupid machine. But I am a king among boos. I swear it. I shall fear no mere houseclean device. I must say, I despise the way you schwerp. Excuse me. I don't have conversations often. Vacuumed all my friends. Don't imagine that I'll flee. I'll fight you like a true boo. Now join your brother inside the painting. I haven't played Dark Souls yet. Actually, I have. Is this what my brother went through in 64? Hey, no fair. I don't believe you were this huge when you fought Mario. And we're at the final boss. Bowser himself is in this mansion. Or is he? What you want to do is wait for him to do those spike ball attacks. Suck him up like a ball, get some distance, and fire away. And out he comes, King Boo out of his body. And contrary to popular belief, Bowser does not spew fire, he spews ice. Myth debunked. He's an ice dragon type. Your childhood has been a lie all along. But on a serious note, I'm not entirely sure why he spews ice. I guess it's just to add variety. Because variety is indeed the spice of life, which makes it hot. You're completely copying my style, stop that. You do not want to copy Luigi. No sorry. King Boo may have 500 HP, but it drains like crazy. So this shouldn't take too long. Was he stuck inside of the invisible wall and that's why his shots got negated? Huh. Don't think I've ever seen that before, but it certainly worked out in my favor. You just can't get enough of playing ball, do you? Then I will not get enough of sucking up the boss ghost. As long as you move around when Bowser fires his ice orbs, you should be fine. It's all about rhythm. Oh boy, now he turned his head on the opposite way, which you might think is a good thing. But he will actually start running like that. And you can get run over by him. But he will always move in a straight line, so you should really be okay. As long as you... Okay then. That might have... Yep, that definitely cost me of my gold, I believe. Did not know you should let go of the ball when he jumps up like that. Oh well, now you know. Great camera angle. Maybe I would have gotten him too. Oh well. Not like I was getting a gold anyway. Yep, just move out of the way. I'm an owl. I can twist my head. That Zelda Ocarina of Time parody animation is great, by the way. The real Legend of Zelda. Wonder if it ever got finished. Just like this playthrough is. And of course I did forget to do something. Of course I did, I forgot to show off the ghosts in the game of horror. So, let's see if I can do that in a different recording. Luigi, you did it! Truly remarkable, my boy. I supplied the Poltergeist 3000, but you ran with it all the way to the top, Sonny. You made me so proud. Yeah, get a hold of yourself, Gad. What's that? You found King Boo. He jumped into a painting of Bowser, you say. He even blew fire at you. Well, well, in all my years of ghost research, I've never heard such a fantastical tale. And that career spans 60 years. Mind you, why I still recall starting out as a young whelp who trembled at the mere thought of a ghost. Trembled, I say. Oh, beg your pardon. This old brain goes recollecting every now and then. I could sit down and feel a week spinning in ghost yards. Why, just last... right. Well, anywho, Luigi, grab your brother's painting and bring him to the lab. The poor little feller's fallen asleep. He must have just collapsed with relief and exhaustion when he saw you arrive. I'll get the machine ready to return your brother to his former state, alrighty? I'll be expecting you both. I'll be expecting you both, rather. Now to sell to the real Bowser. This'll mess with your head. All your hard work lasted only a single night. Well done, Luigi. Because as you may know, this game had some interesting aspects during development, which were ultimately dropped, perhaps for the better. The mansion those boos built disappeared into the night, but that treasury seems to be real. I have no interest in such stuff, so go on and keep it all. Use it however you like. It could fund your research, but if you say so, old man. Say what? Enough rattling on about money? I guess we'd better get your brother back then. Of course, your brother's really important, but first we have to take care of these last ghosts. So happy. Yep, that one screw up cost me gold. How disappointing. But aside from that, I believe we got no bronzes, only gold and silver. Uncle Grimly, Jarvis, Vincent Van Gogh, Soupy, Clockwork Soldiers, Sir Weston, King Boo. And our final score for this game. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention last time. You see that red diamond there? One of them is worth one single coin. It is fool's gold. But there's probably a specific reason for that. Oh, by the way, one of those red diamonds is King Boo's crown. So it is impossible to beat this game with absolutely zero money. The least you can get is 5,000, like one coin. Which is actually, okay, let's not save, because... Oh my. He is still alive, after all. I can only imagine the pain he's feeling. Brotherly retribution match. And that's it. That's Luigi's Mansion. Really short game, and for its time it was really good actually. And even to this day, even though it has gained better recognition because of the internet, it might actually still be an underrated gem. This is basically a game anyone can pick up, and it gets, you know, despite its design elements seemingly being a bit repetitive throughout the whole game, at the very least, it doesn't really overstay its welcome. Because it is short and, quite frankly, it gets just more and more exciting to explore what different rooms contain in the mansion and what kind of ghosts you will encounter. And also, if you like to search for treasure, this game has that too. Just feels good to collect a lot of money, you know. So with that said, the boos are definitely this game's weak point, but they are not completely mandatory, I mean. Well, they are almost completely mandatory. Because you need at least 40 of them if you're playing the American version. And I do think it is 45 for the European PAL version. There is also an interesting thing about this game. If I saved now, I would have been able to enter New Game Plus mode and select the hidden mansion from the menu which is inside of EGAD's laboratory. If you select hidden mansion, the game becomes harder and mirrored. Luigi will take double damage from from enemies and bosses, and some bosses will have different attack patterns to them, so kind of. But in return, oh, I'll explain that later. And so the matter of the ghost was settled. Professor EGAD was so delighted to have all of his paid in return that he used the treasure Luigi had found to build Luigi a new house. Welcome to Luigi's new rank B. So here's the thing. I think Nintendo capriced of the Runaway guys when they played the game that he actually got an A rank. But I am pretty sure I did much better than him in terms of gold. So it might actually be more difficult to get the A rank in the European version too, which is the version for this emulator too. Yes, I did not save, so we are back to this point, which has... Oh, we are back to the point when we did not catch the last boo because I did not save when I got the gold diamond. But as I was saying, in the hidden mansion, in like basically New Game Plus mode, the mansion will also be mirrored. The doors will be in the opposite direction and stuff like that. Like that Toad, he will be standing to the right instead of left. And this door here will be all the way on the other side here. But in exchange for the game becoming more difficult and mirrored, Luigi's vacuum will become more powerful, allowing him to suck up ghosts even faster, making it easier for you to gain gold ranks against the bosses. In addition to that, there is more treasure to be found. And if I'm not mistaken, it might actually be that the treasure value is doubled even. If I'm not wrong, like 1 gold coin is now worth 10,000 instead of just 5,000. Excuse me. And yeah, before I show the thing off, I forgot. This game, as I said, is really short, all things considered. If you are a professional gamer, you basically have no reason to quit this game before finishing it. Like, you would need a really good reason to quit this game before you beat the final boss. And never pick it back up, basically. I mean, at the end of the day, if you are a professional gamer and you don't finish Luigi's Mansion 1, it is not really a big deal in the end, but it is mighty disappointing regardless. Let's check out the ghost we found. Neville, the bookish father, 42 years old. Neville spends his afterlife reading all the books he missed while living. I cannot unsee it now. He looks straight up like Professor Hanneman from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Spends his afterlife reading all the books he missed while living. It's canon. Hanneman died and he did not fulfill his research, and now he tries to do it in the afterlife. Anyway. Oops. If you push B, you exit the menu altogether. The mirror-gazing mother Lydia, 34 years old. She stashed her secret savings away to prepare for her long afterlife. So that's where the money came from. The spoiled baby Chauncey, 1 year old. He cries loudly and never sleeps through the night, but since he was born a ghost, this seems natural. Oh my. The dancing couple, the floating Verlindas. Question mark years old. Once the local waltz champions, they can no longer compete since their feet don't touch the floor. Well, that takes some bad skills, I think. The Wandering Butler shivers, 72 years old. He wanders the house endlessly searching for his master's will. He hopes he's included in it. Oh, that kind of will. Right. The beautiful pianist Melody Pianissima, 26 years old. Despite playing moving melodies, she has a Shirley disposition. Oddly enough, she loves video games. Hey, just like me. I think she and I will get along. When I'm dead. But yes, so you might recall, this guy seemed to have some kind of affection towards Melody. The age difference is definitely concerning, and it is overall just unprofessional, I think. I mean, aren't you the master? Aren't you like the servant of this house? Yep, remain professional, please. The freaky fortune teller, Madame Clairvoyant. Her close connection to the spirit world lets her see nearly 49 days into the future. What an oddly specific number. 7 times 7. The glutton Mr. Luggs, 30 years old. He prefers all-you-can-eat buffets to 3 meals a day. He ate himself to death but still wasn't satisfied. See what kind of future America is heading towards? Let this be a warning, everyone. The hungry guard dog Spooky, 4 years old. This creepy canine will sink its chops into any seemingly edible thing in sight. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. Take it as a compliment, Luigi. Ah, fuck you. The cemetery shadow Bogmire. A product of the mansion's fear and despair. He's not sure who to fear or what to despair of these days. Strange. The bodybuilder Biff Atlas, 26 years old. This kind of bodybuilder loves muscles and lilies. Why lilies? They symbolize purity. I have a soft heart deep down my hard exterior. The bathing beauty Miss Petunia. Define beauty. The Miss Ghost runner-up from 6 years ago. She hasn't had much modeling work lately. Sure, somebody can appreciate her beauty. The scarf knitting granny, Nana, 76 years old. She's still knitting the scarf she never finished in life. It now stretches to 178 feet. 1, I mean. Is that a Guinness World Record or something? The lonely pool shark, Slim Bankshot, 29 years old. Slim's a legend in the world of competitive pool. Too bad he's never played a living soul. So your skills do not matter in this life, huh? The twin brothers, Henry and Orville, 5 years old. The twins like to play hide and seek, but since they both hide, the game never seems to end. Are you telling me for the first time I played this game? Jumbo Ghost Colossus. When the shy, timid boos get together, their body and their attitude get big. The jar collector Jarvis. He loves his antique jars so much that he now lives in one. He can hardly contain himself. See what you did there. You suck. The dozing girl Sue P. 7 years old. What was meant to be a short nap seems to have turned into eternal rest for sweet Sue P. Damn. The starving artist Vincent Van Gogh, 59 years old. Despite failing to sell a single painting in 30 years, this stubborn man refuses to let his art die. Which is why he resurrected it. The ambitious fool. Hermit of the Darkness, Uncle Grimly, 45 years old. Adrift in the darkness, he tends to keep to himself, which suits the rest of the family just fine. The toy platoon, Clockwork Soldiers. They once belonged to a tightly wound toy collector, but now they march on their own without any winding. Lost souls, huh? The Chili Climber, Sir Weston, 30 years old. This strange fellow's icy abode may be the reason he hasn't warmed up to being a ghost. Just could not accept it, I think. Looks like he was not ready. But yeah, that's it. I think that's it for Luigi's Mansion. The only thing left to mention, I think, for now, is that in the PAL version, the European version, in the Hidden Mansion New Game Plus mode, the Colossus fight will actually be quite different. Instead of running around and catching the separate boost, Luigi will actually ride upon the Poltergust 3000. Like some kind of car on ice physics. Interesting change they did for the PAL version. I'm not sure why they didn't include it for the American version too. Seems like they're just missing out on a different experience. But one thing to also note about the New Game Plus mode is that unlike other games with the New Game Plus mechanics, you can actually choose between the hidden mansion and the normal mansion. So if you feel like the hidden mansion is too challenging for you, well, you don't have to play it. You can just select the normal mansion and play the game like you did the first time. But yes, that's all for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this horrid adventure. I have been Hugo the Icifier, and have a good night. Until the next video I do. Peace out.
Nintendo.